Hey, Les here today, Nine Oaks Homestead. Thanks for joining us. I got a treat for you today. I'm going to show you how to grow peaches as big as your head. They may not be quite as big as your head, but they'll be juicy, good peaches whenever we get them. And it may be a couple of years, but I'm going to show you the process of what we did.
There's a place I like to go, where the potters make their home. It's a sight you have to see, so come along with me. Nine Oaks Homestead.
All right. Now those peaches you see, I took this peach seed out here out of the pit of the fruit, busted that hard shell open and got these little seeds, and then I put them in the refrigerator 3 months, and I put them into the process that's called stratification, and they do that because you're simulating wintertime, the dormancy. Then we took these seeds, put them in a baggie, just a little Ziploc bag, and put them in the refrigerator with nothing, just in the refrigerator to get them down to that temperature that kind of simulates winter. And then on November 29th we took them out. There's some still shots in the pictures that I took that show, and I've kind of dated those, so you'll see that, and I'll put those in here as we go, so you'll be able to see kind of the process that we went through. And then what I'm going to do now, I've got these plants to the point now where they're ready to repot things, and I'll kind of show you the process we went through to get them ready. Hey, Les here at Nine Oaks Homestead. Welcome back. When we were here just a second ago, I did this in this pot, and it didn't accomplish what I wanted it to do. I used these little containers here, and they were not deep enough. So I pulled those, if you'll remember, I pulled off these lower leaves in here to make them better, but I couldn't get them covered up in this pot. So we're going to have to regroup. I went and bought some of these Jiffy pots. Get the focus there. Some of these Jiffy pots. There's 6 of these, and they look, they look like these. It's the same as these little bitty peat pots that I bought, except they're in a bigger size. So they will, these will fit right down in there. Everything will mesh and everything will be together, and I'll be able to transplant these and give them some more room for their roots, because I showed you it was they were growing out of their containers. You can see the bottom of that, those little white things you see right there are the roots coming out from this peach tree. So we're going to grow peaches as big as your head. So stay tuned as I put these things together, and we will see the end result when we get done. So here we go. Miracle Grow potting mix has some bark in it, and I really am not super fond of that, but the trade-off is it has some nutrients in it that the plants will use. I would rather have the nutrients and deal with the bark. I mean, I could put some fertilizer and different things in it, but I don't. This will be just fine just like it is. This one, look at it, it's interesting. It's got a double, and I don't really know if that's 2 different trees or if it's the same tree, or if I'm supposed to pull one out and leave one. Leave some comments down in the bottom if you know about that. I'm just going to transplant it just like it is and maybe separate it later if I need to do that. But if you know what I need to do with that, or just let it go, let me know about that down in the comments. Had to buy 2 packs of these. They come in a little 6-pack. You see, they come They got 6 pots in these different things, so we'll pull a couple more of these out. Okay, well there they are. Now I've still got this one that I don't really know what to do with. You can see the seed down there. That's the seed. There it is. Pardon me. There's the seed. It never did germinate. Don't know. So I'm not going to worry about that one. I'll just chalk that one up to a experiment. But there they are. That's what we've got. We're going to end up with 8 of these. We're going to end up with 8 of these peach trees, and like I said, I'll take them and get them watered in and do what we can with them. But stay tuned as we go through and we make. You'll put these in bigger pots as they get big. Hold on, let me show you one other thing I got. You can kind of see back over here. I bought some of these Pro Hex professional seed starting tray. I didn't have any of those. They have them different places, but I've got these at my local big box hardware store, and so I got those. These are going to transplant 72 different things, and I bought a bunch of packages of seeds. You can stay tuned. We'll do this on a different video, but I got those, and you can see I got some jalapenos, I got some bell peppers, I got some snapdragons and some marigolds, some zinnies. Right now, we're going to grow these peach trees and get them going. Now, everything that I've seen on YouTube and different things like that tells me that it's 3 to 4 years before these will actually produce fruit. We'll get them going, and then you have to grow them inside, take care of them, and then you have to harden them off. You have to put them outside a little bit, bring them in back and forth to do those things, so they'll acclimate to the different temperatures and the fluctuating nighttime temperatures with daytime. We'll do that later in the spring, and then eventually we'll be able to have them outside the whole time, and then we'll transplant them in the ground. After I transplant them in the ground, I'm also going to have to protect them from animals. We have a lot of deer in the area and different things like that. They'll come in. As they grow, I'll put cages around them and kind of protect them as much as I can to do that, but they're going to have to get a lot bigger than this before we actually make that transplant to do that. So hopefully, gosh, it is January the 18th, 19th, somewhere about there, and I just put these in. You can see I put these in November 29th. They started. I put a little bitty piece of tape on that bucket to show that, and we started these November 29th, and they're already this good. And so we've had real good luck. I've got a place that I put a grow light on them, and we just put like I said, I'll get these watered and put them under a light, and we'll see how they go, and just kind of hopefully they'll take off and do real well. But we got to keep repotting them as they fill up these pots. We'll repot them into bigger pots. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today, and it's Les, 9 Oaks Homestead, and we'll see you on the next video.
There's a place I like to go, where the potters make their home. It's a sight you have to see, so come on.